Hello everyone, in this video we're going to draw Super Sonic. Start by drawing a circle as a guide for the head. An easy way to draw a circle is to first make a couple of small marks to indicate the circle's height. And then on the sides, make a couple more small marks to indicate the circle's width. Then connect the marks using curved lines to finish the shape of the circle. And sketch lightly at first so that it's easy to erase if you make a mistake. Also, pause the video as you follow along to draw at your own pace. You don't have to draw a perfect circle, but if you're having trouble drawing one, just trace the outer edge of a coin, a bottle cap, or anything else with a circular edge. And now let's draw a horizontal line inside the circle near the bottom for a construction guide. And this guide will help you place the facial features later. And curve the line a bit so that it follows the circumference of the circle. And at the top, draw a vertical line for another construction guide. And this line will split the facial features in half, just at the top. And now below that, draw a rectangular shape as a guide for the body. And first make a small mark, just so that you know how long the body will be. Just imagine a line, the vertical line going down all the way, and make a small mark. And that's how long the body will be, almost the same length or the same height as the circle for the head. And then just draw a couple of shorter lines on the sides, sort of a V-shaped line for the bottom part of the body, and then just connect the body to the head using a couple more short lines, or long lines I should say. And at the top, just go in toward the head a bit to create sort of the shoulders. So this is similar to a pentagon sort of shape, kind of a rectangular shape, but it's long. And now on top of the head, let's draw a couple of triangles as guides for the ears. And make these triangles sort of curved on the sides. And notice the placement of them too. Don't draw them too high up on the head, like over here. There should be some space between them. And try to make them the same size as well. They don't have to be exactly the same, but try to make them more or less the same. And now on the left side of the body, draw an angled line as a guide for the arm. And at the end of that line, draw a big circle as a guide for the hand. So the hand is going to be balled up into a fist. So draw a small circle as a guide. And do the same thing on the right side for the other arm. A long angled line. And then just a circle for the balled up fist. And you don't have to make the two sides perfectly symmetrical. As you can see, mine aren't really symmetrical. It's actually probably better to not make them so symmetrical. It has a little bit of a variety. It doesn't look so robotnik. So now let's draw a long vertical line at the bottom as a guide for the first leg. And then draw an angled line on the left side as a guide for the other leg. So make the line bent a bit at the top, and at the bottom draw a sort of oval-like shape as a guide for the big foot, and Sonic has big feet. So draw a long, sort of looks like a pill or something, but make the sides of this shape straight, vertical, and then close off the shapes at the top and bottom using curved lines. Notice how long this shape is in relation to the body. It's almost as long as the body. So don't make that shape too short. And let's draw the other leg the same way. So just a couple of vertical lines on the sides. Make them very long, almost as long as this one. And then close off the shape at the bottom with a curved line. And that's it for the guidelines. Now let's start on the final drawing. Okay, now draw the eyes inside the head as small rectangular shapes on top of the horizontal construction guide. So first make a couple of small lines on top of the horizontal construction guide and on either side of the vertical guide. This will be the sides of the eyes, and then close off the shapes at the top using sloping lines, and sketch lightly at first and only darken the lines when you get the shape right. So once you get the shape right and there's a small space between the two eyes, use the vertical line as a guide. Then you just darken the shapes and draw a curved line on the insides for the furrowed brow, and then just darken the rest of the shape. Don't draw the eyes too far apart and make them big because they are very big inside the head. So in relation to the head, they actually cover a big portion of the head. And then darken the bottom of the construction guide to create the bottom of the eyes. And inside the eyes, draw a couple of small ovals for the irises. And notice that the eyes are sort of close to the inner edges of the eyes. Don't draw them over on the exterior edges. Just draw them close to the inner edges of the eyes. Not too close, but close enough. And then draw a short line inside for the pupils. He has long pupils. So sketch lightly at first and then darken the lines when you get the shape right. And draw a couple of maybe curved lines to emphasize the furrowed brow at the top, and a bit at the bottom too, just a couple of short lines for some wrinkles, and a bigger line below that for the top part of the muzzle. And directly below that, draw the nose, and it's sort of curved at the top, so a curved line at the top, shorter lines on the sides. And he's looking down somewhat, so don't draw the nose too long. So the bottom of the nose should be more narrow than the top. And below that, draw a horizontal line, a sort of curved horizontal line for the mouth. This line should be very close to the bottom edge of the initial circle. And now darken the sides of the guides to create that muzzle shape on the lower section of the head. So first draw a couple of curved lines next to the eyes, and then just darken the bottom edge of the circle. And like I said, he's sort of looking down, so it's okay if this shape isn't that big. Now let's darken the triangular shapes at the top to create the ears and make them a bit more curved. Don't make the tips of the ears too pointy. And don't connect the inner edge of the ear to the head. Just draw it a bit slightly higher than the head for both ears. Because like I said, he's looking down so you can see more of the top of the head. And inside each ear, draw a sort of angled line to indicate the ear's opening. And do the same thing for the ear on the right. Just an angled line for the ear's opening. Maybe a line on the side too. Just to really emphasize that opening shape. And now just connect the ear to the muzzle to finish the guide for the head. Notice how the shape of the head sort of slopes in toward the center. So you go inward, not outward. And again, it's because the head is tilted downward. You want to emphasize that shape. Now draw the spikes on the head. So you want to make sure that you don't draw it too high or too low. So if you draw the top of the spike here, that's going to be a bit too low. So just draw it a bit higher. It's almost the same length or the same height as the initial circle as the head. So make a small mark at the top when you get that length right. Then draw a couple of sloping lines going down to create the first spike. And you want to imagine a line here, or you can draw it too, just so that it's right in the middle. And then, like I always say, just sketch lightly at first and then darken the lines when you get the shape right. And you can do the same thing. So actually, it's about, that's where the other spikes should be. So make a couple of small marks and then connect the marks to the bottom using a couple of curved lines or sloping lines to create the other two spikes. And again, it's okay if the two sides aren't perfectly symmetrical. They don't have to be, just so long as they look more or less the same. And then curve this line on the left inward toward the head and then outward for the side of the spikes, and then once again inward toward the head. So it's sort of a curved S-shaped line. And do the same thing on this side. So curve the spike going inward. You can actually connect this spike to the head because it's a separate spike. Same thing on this side. If you find it easier, just connect the spike to the side of the head. And then at the back of the head as another curved line. And make sure that the spikes are going up so he looks similar. He actually looks similar to Goku from Dragon Ball, sort of in Super Saiyan mode or something. And now let's move on to the body. Okay, now let's draw the arm on the left using the initial line as a guide. So draw the shape of the arm around the shape of the guide, just to make the arm thicker. And sketch lightly at first, and then darken the lines when you get the shape right. So just make a thin shape around the guideline. And then at the bottom, draw a curved line for the edge of the glove that he wears. It's just a curved line. And then another curved line at the bottom. So that's just the first part of the glove. And then if you'd like, you can lightly sketch a small square-like shape for the fist, like so. And then just darken the lines to create the shape of the fist. So, darken the top line, and then curve this part of the line down to create one of the fingers. And then do the same thing at the bottom. Draw another angled line, and just a series of angled lines for the fingers. Sort of looks like a backward letter E, this line. Then another line at the bottom, like so, and a curved line for the rest of the hand. And then you can just draw the other side of the hand by using a couple of curved lines and extending the shapes of the fingers. And bend the line slightly for the joints. And at the top, draw a curved line for the thumb. And then connect this line too, just to emphasize the shape of the glove. And now do the same on the right side. So draw the shape of the arm around the guide. And then at the bottom, draw the glove using a curved line. And again, you can draw a small square-like shape for the fist, or just follow the circle. So instead of the square, I'm going to just draw a couple of short curved lines for the knuckles. So curved line, curved line, curved line for the knuckles. And then curve the shape up for the first finger that's rolled up. And then the next finger, again, an angled line. So angled line, and then curved for the tip, angled line, and then curved for the tip, and at the bottom just the little pinky as a curved shape, sort of a letter C. And these are all curving at the same way. And at the top, just draw a small oval-like shape for the thumb. So this hand is sort of pointing toward the viewer, and this one has the fist sort of pointing less toward the viewer. That's why they look slightly different. But it's good to draw differently so that they don't look exactly alike. Then at the bottom, just close off the shape of the fist using a couple of curved lines. And now let's draw the leg on the left a similar way. So let's draw the shape of the leg around the guideline. And this leg is bending forward. So just follow the shape of the guide. And near the bottom, draw a curved line for the top part of the shoe. The shoe sort of has, I think they're socks, but it's sort of a cloth-like, fabric-like shape at the top. So just first draw the leg. And then at the bottom, draw that fabric-like shape by drawing a couple of curved lines on the side. So there's one. Now another curved line on the right. And then another curved line that closes off the shape at the bottom. Make this line long inside the shape of the shoe. You can add a couple of lines for creases too, like that. And then just darken this big shape, but make it a bit wavier to create the shoe, like that. And then he has there's sort of a design element on the shoe, so draw a curved line and another curved line at the bottom for the sort of design element on the shoe. You can draw a bit of the heel too on the right side, just peeking through. And add a bit of the design element by drawing another curved line at the top, slightly below the sock-like shape. And then draw the other leg in a similar way by using the initial lines as guides. So draw the shape of the leg around the guideline. And at the bottom, draw a couple of curved shapes for that fabric around the top part of the shoe. And now draw the design elements inside. So a curved line at the top, and then a couple of curved lines near the middle of the shoe. And the shoes are sort of pointing down, that's why they look so long. And now darken the shape of the body, the outer edges of the guides to create the shape of the body. And inside, draw a shape that's similar to the body for the color separation on the chest. So sketch lightly at first. It's sort of an oval-like shape, but the top is wide and the bottom is narrow to follow the shape of the body. And that's it for Supersonic. Now go over the final lines with permanent ink, erase the guides, and color your drawing. The next few steps are sped up, but make sure that you go over your final lines slowly and carefully to avoid any accidents. For more tutorials like this one, please visit easydrawingtutorials.com. Let me know in the comments if you want me to draw other Sonic the Hedgehog characters. Don't forget to leave a like and to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep drawing.